Good afternoon, everybody. This is week 28, July 13th through the 19th on what's going on in tabletopping for the week. So, first off, I'd like to open up and say thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel has just hit 5,000 subscribers and growing, and you have my heart and my thanks. I know that didn't sound right, but it sounded a little funny, little jazz hands there, but anyway, you have my thanks and my love, guys. Appreciate it. And to show you my appreciation and my thanks, I want you guys to watch the next week's video, which will be week 29, and I'm going to do a couple giveaways. I'm going to do some Devon Knight token packs and also Greg Taylor Dungeon Arts tile pack as a giveaway. So if you are an avid watcher of the weekly Monday videos, you'll have a chance to win something. And that is open to everybody. So every Monday, I'm going to field a couple questions from all of the comments section, and I do get about 200 to 300 comments a week, and I do really try to answer every single one of those. So I've taken a couple out of last week's comment section. Really good questions about Dungeons and Dragons 5e, and I'm going to start doing this every week, just as a let you guys know that I am watching these comments and I do reply. So the first question is from Nevin10, and he asked me. He has a character that he's playing, and it is a rogue, and he is currently using 2 daggers. He was wondering what he should do to maximize his damage and maybe even add more range to his damage and attacks. Dave, help me, please. Do you have any suggestions? Nevin, you come to the right spot, my friend. Yes, I have several suggestions for you. First off, if you're using 2 daggers, if you're hell-bent on using daggers, go for it. But if you don't mind upgrading to short swords, which do have the light tag on it, and you can 2-weapon fight with those, daggers yield you a 1d4 damage. Why don't you upgrade to the short swords and do a 1d6? So it's not a lot of damage, but it is another die size. But, you know, even with the 2 daggers, your bread and butter sneak attack. And I'll repeat that again. Sneak attack, sneak attack, sneak attack, sneak attack, and sneak attack. You want to utilize that on every single one of your attacks. They have made sneak attack so they've given it to the rogues for free in D&D 5e. You have to have no type of combat advantage whatsoever. You just stand beside somebody and stab them in the face as they're glancing. As they're staring you right between the eyes, you can sneak attack them all day long. So you need to be utilizing that. Now, for your ranged question that you have now, rogues can use a short bow, which is a 1d6 damage. Has a great range on it. But if you're an elf, you get the weapon proficiency that allows you to use longbows, which is a 1d8. So that's how you can really beef up your range damage, is just buy yourself a weapon. I mean, you get, by default, you're going to get a short bow anyway. So, but if you're an elf, you can use a longbow. So I hope that helps you out, Nevin, and I appreciate your question. I hope that helps you out. Second is by Winderson Gramares. I think I said that right. Well, that sounded good, actually. Sounded like I was from Spain myself. But anyway, Winderson says, Dave, dude, your vids are amazing, man. You're the boss. I know. I can't help it. I'm just kidding. Anyways, Winderson says they help out a lot, and he was also wondering and was going to ask, since he commented on a different video, and I told him that the Battlemaster was a kick-ass fighter, he decided to go ahead and play one. So he says he wants to carry a 2-handed greatsword because he wants to deal damage for his team, and he was thinking of taking evasive footwork, sweeping attack, and precision attack for dealing high extra damage, and to give him that oh shit, kind of like a get out of dodge for free evasive, battle maneuver. So he says, what do you think, and would I have any advice for him? Absolutely. A lot of people in D&D 5e, they do not take advantage of reactions and bonus actions. All right. a lot of people, they do not take advantage of it, and I'm going to blame some of this on Wizards of the Coast too, because they implemented this bonus action, but they don't give any bonus actions except for a couple classes. So I wish Wizards would have given every class a couple different bonus actions that they would have got by default. So, but Winterson, you need to take advantage of bonus actions and reactions. Yes, they cost you your superiority die, and you don't have a whole lot of them, but you got to use them smart. So, yes, what you wanted to take, evasive footwork, sweeping attack, great, hits another target, but it's situational and also precision attack. That is great. It's probably the best one that you want. But why don't you think about taking parry? Parry works off of a reaction, and if you get hit really hard, hit your parry, it uses your reaction, and you get to negate some of the damage from your superiority die. Let's just face it, the only reaction in the game that you're really going to get as a fighter is if somebody moves out of your adjacent, if somebody moves away from your reach and you get an attack of opportunity. So why don't, and that doesn't happen, but very rarely. DMs usually don't give those away. Some do, some don't. So why don't you take advantage of that reaction with a parry? You can also get another riposte, which riposte also works off of a reaction, and what that does is it gives you a free attack. Really nice. Also, why don't you think about using a bonus action maneuver called Rally. Rally will allow you to give temporary hit points to any creature. And according to D&D 5e, a creature means anyone from you to an enemy to an ally. It doesn't specifically say self only. It doesn't specifically say another ally. It doesn't specifically say an enemy. So you can cast that on any creature that you would like. So maybe you might want to take advantage of some of those. But hey, you asked for my advice. Take advantage of those reactions and the bonus actions. There's just not enough being taken advantage of. Anyways, I hope that helped you out, Winterson. So let's move on for what is going on this week. All right, I got an email from Monte Cook Games, and my Numenera box set is finally on the way. So if I get the Numenera box set before Wednesday and the Dungeon Master workshop, then I will go ahead and I will open that live on stream at 8 p.m. on Wednesday night. However, if I do not get it, then just look for an opening and an unboxing video later on in the week. So I want to make next topic. I want to make something very clear. A lot of people have given me some. I don't even really consider it flack, but a lot of people are saying, "Oh, you were so pro Roll20, and now you're killing Roll20 for Fantasy Grounds." Wrong. Dude, guys, I have been so positive about Roll20, even about converting away from Roll20 and using Fantasy Grounds. Roll20 is a great virtual tabletop, and most importantly, it is totally free if you don't want to support them, or if you don't want any of the cool bells and whistles. Roll20 is great, guys. I've decided to make the choice, and I'll say it here for the last time. The reason why that I want to move to Fantasy Grounds is because it is going to make my life easier as a Dungeon Master doing the amount of games that I do on a weekly basis. This thing will keep track of hit points, track conditions, track ongoing damage, track spells per round, get rid of the spell effect after a certain amount of time. It does everything. So that is the reason why I've made the decision. Nothing against Roll20, guys. I love Roll20. It's a great program. But Fantasy Grounds does more than what I'm looking for it to do. Hence, that's the reason why I'm moving. So, all 5 of my games have now been converted to Fantasy Grounds. And I'm very happy to say that. It took a couple weeks, but hey, everything's done. Everything's ready to go, and every game now will be using Fantasy Grounds. Alright, so next, I want to talk about Dungeons & Dragons The Adventures League. Yes, today I signed up as a Dungeon Master for the official sanctioned D&D Adventures League. When I wanted to do this a year ago, they did not support online virtual tabletop gaming, and I actually got a pretty nasty email back from one of the guys that does the Adventure League coordinating, and I was told that they were really not looking to do the online. Anyway, long story short, now they support it after a year, which I really think they missed the boat. They should have done it a year ago. I think it would be much more popular online now. But hey, no problem. Better late than never, right? So I've gone ahead. I've registered. I don't know what days. I do not know what times that I'll be doing Adventures League play, but it will be officially sanctioned. You will need a DCI number, and I will do all the awarding of the XP, the magic items, so you'll be able to bring your characters in as long as it's an adventure within the level range that I have planned. Pretty cool. So I'll be doing this probably a couple times a month, and you'll be able to go to the online Adventure League signups, look at the calendar. You'll be able to sign up for my games, and I'll get you in as long as I can. All right, so that's coming up in the next couple weeks. Now, the next thing I'm talking about is the T-shirts. I finally, thank goodness, after months and months of trying to get this done, it is finally done, and the logo is being polished up, and I'm going to be submitting that to Twitch tonight, and there should be something up on the Twitch channel within the next couple days about the Teespring. I think it's the Teespring. It's a sort of like a goal, and I'm going to set a goal of 50 shirts to sell. So if you're going to want a tabletop shirt, represent the tabletop shirts. And I'm not going to tell you what's going to be on the front yet, but there will be a shirt by the end of this week, and I'll probably buy some extras and also do some as giveaways. So, anyways, can't believe it. The T-shirts are finally here. All right, and now last thing, talk about this week's schedule. So Tuesday, you guys know this week is the Zombie Apocalypse. We've got everybody's going to be there except for Pathfinder. Pathfinder is having some work done on his PC, so he will be AFK this week. Wednesday is the DM workshop. Now I'm going to be doing more Q&A or Ask Me Anything, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to show up in the Twitch channel, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I field questions all night. I answer every single question. Also, there's going to be 2 workshops involved Wednesday night, and it will be discussing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, 2-weapon fighting, its rules, its mechanics, its do's, and its don'ts, and can it benefit your character in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. So we'll be doing that workshop, and also I'll be doing that Savage Worlds Powers workshop, how powers are aka spells, and how you rename them, add your trappings, add all of the cool flavor that you want to your power for your character, no matter if it's a superhero, a World War II combat medic, a Civil War combat medic, a Native American shaman in Deadlands. It doesn't matter. They're all universal. You can do whatever you want with them. It's really cool. So we're going to go over all of that on Wednesday. Thursday is going to be Path of Exile. Now that they've got the new expansion out and the new act, I definitely want to give that a whirl, and I'm looking forward to playing PoE. I love that game a lot. And it's a free-to-play game, which is even the best thing about it. The best free-to-play game out there. All right, next, Friday, Princes of Apocalypse. Everybody's going to be there. Torquemada, I hope you feel better, man. And, hey, they'll get that taken care of for you. So, Saturday, no game, even though last Saturday we had a Hellfrost game. I'm thinking about Saturdays being the D&D Adventure League night and rotating that every other week with Hellfrost, but I haven't made up my mind yet. So this Saturday, Path of Exile. Sunday, Path of Exile. So a lot of stuff going on with Path of Exile. Also during the day, you guys have been noticing that I've been doing a lot of Q&A on Fantasy Grounds as well. I've been building a lot of modules, showing everybody about Fantasy Grounds. So if you want to see it also, stop by on one of those days and I'm not doing a game, and I'll be more than happy to fire it up and show you. So anyways, everybody, I've spoken enough. I've done my 15 minutes of yapping this week. So thank you guys again. Ask me any comments down in the comments section below. Also, don't forget, next week, giveaway for all you YouTubers out there. This is a way for me to say thank you for 5,000 subscribers. Don't forget that next week. Also, follow the channel, spread the word, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Zombie Apocalypse game. Peace out, Boy Scouts!